Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Hello everyone and welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank you all for clicking this video. Let me start by saying a few words about my own background. My name is seravim nainggolan from 3TA class. As you can see on the screen, our topic today is telecommunication engineering. Okay, first, meaning. The meaning of telecommunications engineering is a subfield of electrical engineering which seeks to design and devise systems of communication at a distance. The work ranges from basic circuits design to strategic mass developments. Next, the responsible of a telecommunication engineering for designing and overseeing the installation of telecommunication equipment and facilities such as complex electronic switching systems and other plain old telephone service facilities, optical fiber cabling, IP networks, and microwave transmission systems, and also overlaps with broadcast engineering. They are designing voice, video, and data communication systems to keep users connected. They install equipment incorporating copper or fiber optic cabling, complex networks, and switching systems to transmit phone, cable, and broadband data. Okay, next, telecommunication is a diverse field of engineering connected to electronic, civil, and system engineering. Ultimately, telecom engineers are responsible for providing high-speed data transmission service. They use a variety of equipment and transport media to design the telecom network infrastructure. Like the most common media used by wired telecommunication today are twisted pair coaxial cables and optical fibers. So telecommunication engineers also provide solutions revolving around wireless modes of communication and information transfer such as wireless telephony services, radio and satellite communication, internet, Wi-Fi, and broadband technologies. Okay, next, the history. History of telecommunication is generally designed by telecommunication engineers which sprang from technological improvements in the telegraph industry in the late 19th century and the radio and the telephone industries in the early 20th century. Today, telecommunication is widespread and devices that assist in the process, such as the television, radio, and telephones, are common in many parts of the world. There are also many networks that connect these devices, including like computer networks, public switch, television networks like PSTN, radio networks, and television networks. Computer communication across the internet is one of many examples of telecommunication. Telecommunication plays a vital role in the world economy, and the telecommunication industry's revenue has been placed at just under 3% of the gross world product. Okay, next, the concepts. Transmitter that takes information and converts to a signal for a transmission. In electronic and telecommunication, a transmitter or radio transmitter is an electronic device which, with the aid of an antenna, produces radio waves. In addition to their use in broadcasting, transmitters are necessary in component parts of many electronic devices that communicate by radio, such as cell phones. Next, there are transmission medium. Transmission medium over which the signal is transmitted. For example, like the transmission medium for sounds is usually air, but solids and liquids may also act as transmission media for sound. Many transmission media are used as communication channel. One of the most common physical media used in networking is copper wire. Copper wire is used to carry signals to long distances using relatively low amounts of power. Another example is like of a physical medium is optical fiber, which has emerged as the most commonly used transmission medium for long-distance communications. Optical fiber is a thin strand of glass that guides light along its length. Okay, next there are receiver and wire. First, receiver that receives and converts the signal back into required information. In radio communications, a radio receiver is an electronic device that receives radio waves and converts the information carried by them to a usable form. It is used with an antenna. The information produced by the receiver may be in the form of sound or digital data. Wired communications. Wired communications make use of underground communications cables, less often overhead lines, electronic signal amplifiers or repeaters inserted into connecting cables at specified points, and terminal apparatus of various types, depending on the type of wired communications used. Wireless communication involves the transmission of information over a distance without help of wires, cables, or any other forms of electrical conductors. Wireless operations permit services such as long-range communications that are impossible or impractical to implement with the use of wires. Okay, next, the roles of telecommunication engineering. First, telecom equipment engineer is an electronics engineer that designs equipment such as routers, switches, multiplexers, and other specialized computer or electronics equipment designed to be used in the telecommunication networks infrastructure. Next, there is network engineer. A network engineer is a computer engineer who is in charge of designing, deploying, and maintaining computer networks. In addition, they oversee networks operations from network operation centers, designs backbone infrastructure, or supervises interconnections in a data center. Next, there is central office engineer. So, a central office engineer is responsible for designing and overseeing the implementation of telecommunication equipment in a central office, like CO for short. Also referred to as a wire center of telephone exchange. A co-engineer is responsible for integrating new technology into the existing network, assigning the equipment's location in the wire center, and providing power. So many telecommunication engineers work for telephone networks providers, mobile phone companies, and cable and satellite companies. They also work for select government agencies such as the Army, the Navy, the police, and the emergency services. Next, the other job opportunities are engineer, data analyst, equipment technician, line installer, project manager, network designer, specialist, and etc. So, I just like to finish with the words of a famous engineer. Engineers like to solve problems. If there are no problems handily available, they will create their own problems. Scott Adams. I am Angel Seravim Nainggolan. Thank you so much for watch my video and watch my presentation. Thank you and see you.